Welcome to this new video about Forza Horizon 6, as the developers just released a lot of new game info yesterday. And there's a lot of good news, both about the different creative modes in the game and the festival playlist, where it's finally going to be, and that's really the best news we could have hoped for. As for the game, it's finally going to be the end of temporary rewards. So, we'll talk about all that, among other things. There are other topics we'll discuss in this video about the game, and while I'm talking to you about it, I'm going to show you a whole bunch of new photos from the game, a lot of new screenshots that highlight the car customizations in Forza Horizon 6. And here too, there's quite a bit of good news, first of all because some images confirm the presence in the game of cars that haven't been officially announced yet. For example, the Lotus Exige race car from the Skura Motorsport team, which is a time attack car, but also the 1997 Maserati Ghibli. This car was only in Motorsport before, never in Forza Horizon. It was one of my favorites, so I'm glad it's finally coming to Horizon. Also, this taxi. So this is the second taxi we have in the game. There was also the Toyota Comfort Taxi. Now, this is the JPN Taxi, a model sold by Toyota only to taxi companies. It will be available in the game. And I think the fact that we have so many vehicles inspired by taxis really means we're going to have a taxi story. Or probably a business where you could be a taxi driver to earn money. So, quite a few new cars, but also a lot, and you'll see it throughout this video with these screenshots, a lot of car customizations that I hadn't seen on my end until now. I tested some cars on the X6P version of Forza Horizon 6, but they lacked all these customizations. So I think there are some wide-body kits in certain body parts, maybe even some types of customizations, that for now are still secret and will only be revealed at the very last moment. So there are still surprises and discoveries in the final game. So I have dozens of photos like this to show you. They'll be scrolling throughout this video. And just before we get into today's news, let me remind you that if you want to buy your Forza Horizon 6 for less, it's 35% cheaper through my instant gaming link, which you'll find below this video in the pinned comment. Using my link to buy games or subscription cards like Game Pass supports my channel, so thank you to everyone who does. Now, what news is there about Forza Horizon 6? There's actually quite a bit. Yesterday, the developers revealed the new Forza Horizon 6 controller. It's a controller that doesn't have anything special except for its design and its price, because we're still looking at a controller sold for $80, so it's not cheap and it's more expensive than traditional controllers. So it has a half-transparent, half ultra-colorful design, and normally, and this is something pretty important, there won't be any specific content to unlock by buying this controller. Unlike with Horizon 5, where the Forza Edition controller came with a code that gave access to an exclusive car, the Forza Edition Ford Coupe. Unlocking it required the controller code. So after a few months, controllers with the code were selling for over €300 on Le Bon Coin, as some players were willing to pay that much to unlock the car and fully complete their collection. With Horizon 6, the special controller won't include a special car. There's also a semi-official Forza Horizon 6 dock for charging, costing about €40. While not sold directly by Xbox, it was developed in partnership with Playground Games, the studio behind Forza Horizon. For Horizon 6, the developers also unveiled a headset costing just over €100, featuring the same ultra-colorful, semi-transparent design as the controller. It's a wireless headset compatible with PC and Xbox that works with all games, but offers special sound effects in Forza Horizon 6. Probably some sounds, I guess engine noises when you turn on the headset or when you sync it to the console. So, it costs nearly €300 to get all the Forza Horizon 6 collector's items, with almost no exclusive in-game content. The good news of the day is that a developer from Forza Horizon 6 confirmed there will no longer be temporary rewards in the festival playlist of Forza Horizon 6. So let me explain the concept a little for those who have never played Forza before. Starting from Forza Horizon 4, the Horizon games were centered around the festival playlist system. It was a temporary mode where the themes and challenges were renewed every month. For example, there could be a special German car theme, a special Jaguar theme, or even a special drift car theme. And every month, the game would add new free cars that were related to that theme, which could be unlocked by completing certain challenges. Except that this whole system relied on an extremely toxic mechanic, probably one of the worst mechanics in modern video games, FOMO, which stands for fear of missing out, which is based on a psychological tactic that modern game developers like to use. Because they put a bit of pressure on you, let's say, in a subconscious way, to make you log back into the game, to unlock free rewards, but they're only available for a limited time. As a result, as a player, even if we didn't really want to, we were really pushed to log into the game to unlock everything and not miss out, even if we weren't that interested in the game. Each Thursday, a new car could be unlocked for a week by completing specific challenges, specifically one race. If successful, you received the car for free. But if you couldn't do it, or if you didn't have time to play Forza Horizon that week, or if you just didn't know there was a new free car in the game that interested you, Well, once the date had passed, you simply couldn't unlock it anymore. You had to wait for another player to sell it on the used car market, which was very rare. Or you had to wait until the end of Forza Horizon or years later for developers to let you unlock those cars again, making it really toxic. That won't happen anymore. The developer confirmed the festival playlist will return, with new free cars available monthly that can be unlocked anytime. So I don't know which solution they'll choose. Will these cars be automatically added to the dealership at the end of the current month so we can add them to our garage by buying them, while players who participated in the events on time to unlock them might get them for free? Will we have the option to replay the seasons we want whenever we want? We'll see. But in any case, I think it's really good news. Yesterday, the developers shared lots of new details about Forza Horizon 6's creative modes, including Event Lab. Event Lab is a mode we already had in Horizon 5 that simply allowed you to create your own maps and environments, but also to modify existing environments, races, or tracks. There are already quite a few improvements in terms of quality. So let's say the way the interface is designed makes it easy for us to use this mode. There's a new duplicate feature, so by selecting any object you've placed, you just have to press the corresponding button to place a copy of that object wherever you want on the map you're working on. They've also added an undo feature and a redo feature that let you cancel the last action you did, kind of like pressing CTRL-Z. Or redo it if after undoing you want to bring it back, just like pressing CTRL-Y on a PC. Another new feature, or at least I don't think it was in Horizon 5, is that you can now use Event Lab mode to create a new map, a new track, starting from any point on the base map of the game. It seems to me that in Horizon 5 you could only use the starting point of an existing race, a race officially added by the game developers, as your starting point. You can now start anywhere you want. The developers said you can even set your starting point in the sky and create a fully aerial track, like Hot Wheels, with no restrictions. Another cool feature is that we can choose player spawn points on these maps. That means that up until now, in Horizon 5 for example, when you created an Event Lab map, the game would automatically choose where you would start. So, it was a starting line, and you started like in a traditional race. Now, it will be up to us to choose where we want to spawn. We'll place markers that will define the player spawn points, which will allow them to start in different locations, for creating hide-and-seek modes or starting players side by side instead of one behind the other. Useful for organizing drag races, for example. The developers also noted that in Horizon 6 Event Lab mode will be available in multiplayer, which is great and wasn't possible in Horizon 5. In Horizon 5, creating maps with Event Lab was a solo effort, making large projects slow to finish. Now, you can collaborate and develop them together. They haven't specified how many players can join a session yet. My guess is 12, similar to the Convoy. The concept is like Minecraft, where each player works on a different part of the map to speed up project progress. So they've confirmed that this will definitely work for Event Lab, but they've also confirmed that when it comes to garage customization and estate customization, which is basically our player house, that won't be possible. Only we'll be able to decide on that. They also explained that they've added some features from Super 7 now. Super 7 goes back to Horizon 4, if you remember what it was. It was basically the beginnings of the Event Lab mode, where it focused more on creating challenges, like making a jump of X distance with X cars. They said these new objectives and challenge creation methods are now in the Event Lab in Forza Horizon 6. And regarding the estate, the developers confirmed that it wouldn't be a mode for decorating your house. And I find that a bit disappointing, because I have to admit that having houses and not being able to go inside them is still a bit frustrating for now. In Forza, but it will actually be a rather large area. I showed it to you quickly in a video a few days ago. It's an area that's on the west side of the map, which is completely empty, and it's actually designed so that we can customize it. The estate will function more like a mini-map within a huge garden at one player's house. We'll customize it by adding various props, similar to the Event Lab, a whole bunch of decorations that we'll have chosen ourselves, but that won't be inside a house. If you want, you can buy buildings, you can buy trees, race decorations. For example, it will be a kind of mini-festival that you can design however you like. You'll really be starting from scratch, let's say a blank page, that other players will be able to come and visit with you. So here, we're talking more about a visit by car and not on foot, because we're still talking about a very large area. Even though you can walk around in the garages to visit the players' garages, here, you'll definitely be in a car. So, to sum it up, it's a kind of permanent Event Lab map that other players will be able to come and visit. If they're on your server or in your game session, it's more this kind of thing than decorating a house that you and your friends could visit on foot. Since everything creative in the game, so things like creating liveries, tuning a car, decorating a garage, challenges, Event Lab, or even a homemade festival estate, all of that will be shared. Other players can download and install your settings and customizations. That's good news, I think. We'll see what gets announced soon since there isn't much time left. In the end, there are 34 weeks left for the Forza Horizon 6 promotion. There are still quite a few things we don't have information on, especially the festival section. We know there won't be more temporary things, but we're unsure how it'll work. We also lack details about the different eliminator modes and other aspects. So, I think that in the next few weeks, in the next few days, we're still going to get some big news about the game. So make sure to subscribe for the next videos, and don't hesitate to leave a like on this one. Just a reminder, I do live streams on Twitch where we play all kinds of games, and of course, I'll be doing live streams on Forza Horizon 6, so don't hesitate to come follow me and use your Prime sub to support my channel. I'll see you tomorrow for the next video. In the meantime, take care. Bye.